gods are watching.
Yeah.
We can introduce it as The Gods Are Watching podcast, episode 1.
The gods are watching.
Ironically, September 11, 2018. Don't know our identity in this shit yet, but we just doing this. We just gonna find our way. So what we gonna start with typically? Is it gonna be like, so what have you been doing today? Cause that's the way them niggas do it.
Yeah, what y'all do over the weekend?
What did I do over the weekend? Not a goddamn thing. That's what I did. I went. Did I get Spider-Man yesterday was that Sunday?
I think you got it Sunday.
Sunday.
What's today? Tuesday?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I did get it. Yeah, that's what I did. Other than that, nigga, I've been staying in the house because I'm broke as fuck. So I ain't been doing shit. It got me my motherfucking curry Thai food. Tore my asshole in half, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know, it was good, hot going in, hotter going out.
Sounds delicious.
Wait, the food?
Yeah. If you know that's gonna happen going in, it's gotta be good.
Oh, exactly. It's worth the sacrifice.
You eat knowing. You look at your fork and it's about to be bad for about 12 hours.
What I gotta do today? We good.
I had it one day. I think I had it Friday or Saturday and went back and got it again.
Nigga had the leftovers.
No, it was so good.
Nigga had the leftovers for breakfast and shit.
Woke up, ate it cold.
You ever heard of Thai basil?
No.
It's on like 6 Mile Newburgh, but that's where I went. I've been addicted to curry lately, dog. I'm turning into an Indian.
Oh yeah.
Straight up. I'm addicted to curry right now. This shit is very delicious. Yeah, so I'm turning into a motherfucking Indian. Other than that, I played Spider-Man like 6 hours straight the first night.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You lucky.
How long did you play?
Oh yeah, you didn't tell him
8
that.
minutes.
For real?
He said he got to the Fisk
The
building.
Fisk building.
Okay.
And I had to run out.
Okay.
And the mailman put it in the wrong mailbox.
Are you kidding me?
In the wrong mailbox.
I ain't finished. I had to chase the mailman down. 45 on his residential. Hey, give me my shit.
What the fuck?
Dang.
Man, look, I was distracted. I was distracted. I didn't mean to do it, but I'm sorry. No.
God, you having the worst luck.
This is not the first time I had UPS. Is amazing.
You got tomorrow though.
Baby coming tomorrow.
Yeah, true.
Oh shit! Oh, you ain't no but ever play again.
I'm not playing Tentacion until Monday.
Dang.
Can you pull that mic in front of you? Is that possible?
Why did I look at you like that?
And it looked like he looked into the camera and put that pop filter up in front of the mic. See it closer.
Good.
You sound a lot better, sir.
Sounded real good.
You sounded very.
Yes.
All right, so you ain't do shit. You play Spider-Man.
Yes, sir. That's all I care about right now. And I raise my kids too. That's
You're right.
Yeah, that's secondary.
that's secondary though.
Right now.
Yeah,
Right now,
matter.
that's
No matter.
I did that too.
Yeah, nigga, I was in Chicago Thursday, came back Friday, and played it pretty much the whole weekend.
Last stay gone. What's in Chicago?
I was there for since I'm still new at the job, we're doing onboarding shit, so learning about the company. So just there for that.
All right, so look, since we started talking about Spider-Man, we kind of can't talk about too much since he hasn't seen shit.
You can talk about it.
Did you play?
Don't worry about it.
Did you play anything at all?
I played up to the Fisk building.
Okay.
I ain't that type. Just go ahead.
So did you get to swing around like before?
Yes, I did. I got to swing. Yeah, got the.
Don't that shit feel amazing?
To jet forward. While I was playing, I just remembered to the very first Spider-Man. Where you couldn't even go to the ground level. Remember?
Yeah.
If you swung and then you just fell,
You would die?
you
Yeah.
you
What the
died.
fuck?
Yeah, I don't
think I
The
ever
very
played the
first
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
game.
So back then, swinging was like, swinging, but doing like this is
That shit is crazy.
It's like one of the best games I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's the same thing I said. I was playing like I've never seen nothing like this in my life. it feels so fluid. And like I was telling my cousin,
Yeah, it's fluid. That's the main thing, fluid.
I was trying to describe it to him. Like anything you could pretty much think of to do in the air, you could just do that shit. Like if you want to string together a bunch of movements to get from A to B, you could do it exactly how you imagine it. You want to run along this wall and jump off and all that wild shit.
And then grab that manhole cover and smack somebody in the head with it.
Right.
Like
The best thing
God, it's crazy.
I think is how well Spider-Man adapts. Like when you're swinging, so like if you go too far and you go into the building, obviously start running. If there's like a fire escape, he'll run through it or jump through it.
Right.
Just like the little details that they put into it. Like if you fighting someone on top of a building and you kick him off, like he doesn't die because Spider-Man doesn't kill anyone, but you just see him like get stuck to the side of the building. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah, like
because I definitely was gonna say that he'd been murdering people.
Oh, right. No, if you kick someone off and then if you watch them fall, something would just like a web would just come and just stick him to the building.
Oh, okay. Because I was purposely kicking.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I think last night, like the last couple of fights I had, I was just swinging through and there was randomly some criminals on top and they had rocket launchers.
Mm-hmm.
So I just stopped by and fought. And one of the things I do is just swing and kick their ass off the building. That way I don't have to fight them to the end.
Exactly.
Right. So I'm like, yeah, this shit. He's murdering motherfuckers.
Ain't no way they not dying.
That's
just like how Batman. Ain't no way Batman not.
No way.
I was thinking it too.
Yeah. Are you talking about the like Batman '89? What are you talking about?
No, and the latest one.
Oh yeah, no.
Ain't no way he's not killing.
He's killing everybody he came across. Well, not everybody.
No, just the moves. Like, there's no way those people ain't dying or vegetables.
Because he's breaking his elbow and breaking their fucking necks.
Well, I mean, outside of the guys getting shot, okay, the warehouse scene. Outside the guys getting shot from the Batwing.
Oh, you talking
outside,
about the movie?
Yeah, it's about the movie. Wait, what are you talking about?
I was talking about the video game.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you're right. Ain't no way.
No, you're talking about the movie. He's killing motherfuckers.
I mean, he ain't killed that many, did he?
He didn't kill that many, but he killed everybody in that room.
Wait. That chase.
Oh, yeah. Everybody in that car dead.
Except KG Beast. He the only one that made it out of that chase. He went out of a building and crushed the guy with the car. You remember that? When he drove into the building, away from the tanker blew up. He flew out.
That was in Taylor, Michigan, by the way.
No, it wasn't. That was.
It was.
I thought that was like downtown. At that old. No, that was at that old.
I thought it was in not Taylor, Michigan, but Wyandotte.
I thought that chase scene reminded me really of that building that's in between the lodge and 94. It looked just like that abandoned building or over there. You know what I'm talking about?
Downriver.
I guess I'm wrong.
Because I thought it was downriver. I don't know, but yeah, they definitely was here.
Oh yeah, I know they made it here.
Yeah,
I don't know anymore.
He killed motherfuckers left and right.
I had a problem. I love this version of Batman. It's my favorite version.
Me too, dude.
It's my favorite version.
Me too.
Over Christian Bale, over Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer. We're not gonna speak of George Clooney.
I did not like his representation. I don't like the way they directed him to play Batman in
Justice League. Yeah, I don't like it either.
It kind of came on, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
I just don't like the he's not Tony Stark. Batman doesn't quip. Batman doesn't say, "Oh, someone's bleeding." Batman doesn't say,
right.
You know, you just know that just everything they did to build him up in BVS and make him more than a man. They just took all that away.
Yes, exactly.
They took all that away.
See, I didn't think you was gonna agree with me because I thought you loved Justice League.
I mean, I liked it, but more and more that I read and different things on YouTube and different podcasts I listen to, as far as superhero stuff, they say what was cut out, what it could have been,
right.
What the movie should have been. Like, it would have been on par with Infinity War.
Man,
what it could have been, what would have happened. You would have seen Darkseid. You would have seen what else they said. I'm drawing a blank right now, but the things that they said that they would have had would have been so much better. Just like how you watched the extended cut of BVS and made the movie better, adding another hour. That movie was originally 3 hours long.
It should have been. It's a Justice League movie.
It should have been like 3.5 hours long.
It should have been even more than that.
It should have been like 3.5, 4.
How long was Avengers, the first one?
It probably was over 2 hours, probably 2.5 hours, right off the top of my head.
The first Avengers? No, I don't even think it was that long.
It had to be. We had to burn 2 hours.
They said, wasn't Infinity War the longest?
It had to be that long. Infinity War definitely was the longest.
2 hours and 45 minutes, easy.
And probably, it was, what they say, the director's cut would be 4 hours?
Something like that.
Jesus Christ. But my thing is this, dude. How do you make a Justice League movie? You haven't even introduced all the characters yet.
Wait. We didn't finish talking about Spider-Man and those video games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Are we gonna tie that in?
2 hours and 23 minutes. First Avengers movie.
2 hours and 23?
2:23. 2 hours, 23 minutes.
Yeah, you could tie it in now.
Okay, so like...
We'll come back to the other stuff. We'll come back.
All right, well, speaking of Spider-Man games, you were saying how you couldn't wait for a Superman game, but why?
Because Superman's the GOAT. That's why. What are we talking about?
No, dude.
He's the best. He's the granddaddy of all of them.
He's the GOAT.
Every superhero that has came after him is modeled after him in some way, shape, or form.
He literally was like the first.
I don't think he was the very first. I think Zorro came before him or some shit like that. That counts.
No, that nigga do not count.
It counts. That counts.
Super. There's nothing super about Zorro.
He just a nigga with a little thin sword.
Fucking fencing sword.
Fencing. And he's still your bitch, though.
Hey, that doesn't make a nigga super, though.
That's powers right there, my
G. A lot of superhero niggas out here.
Oh, but still, Superman is there is no Justice League without Superman. There's no comic books without Superman.
No, there's no Justice League without Batman.
First, no. How you say
because
that?
the nigga is the leader, bro.
No, he's not.
Yes,
Superman's
he
the leader.
is, dog.
They just want to big Batman up.
If you have a
Batman
contingency
is
plan-
low key trash. He's low key trash.
Now we about to scrap.
He's like your trainer at Planet Fitness with a utility belt.
What?
That's all he is.
No, bro.
And sad that his mommy and daddy was gone. That was 40 years ago.
First
Let
of
it
all,
go.
he's a
It's
white
over.
man. And he's strong.
He's rich.
And he's rich.
Okay, so it's Black
That's
Panther.
a superpower right there.
Oh, okay, but so what?
But Black Panther is a notch below Batman because he's black.
But no. But no.
No,
He's
but
notch below.
Black Panther's actually super strong.
Yes, he
though.
had beat the fuck out of Batman.
Exactly.
But I just don't like how, and we have a mutual friend of ours that says Batman better than Superman. What is stopping Superman from dive
What you
bombing?
ain't say that nigga name?
Fuck you, Lawrence.
What you mean?
What is to stop Superman? You know, Batman's in his cave and
Does he
doing little. No. He's doing his little experiments in his little bat suit. Blah 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 blah. What's to stop Superman from diving? You know, chilling in the Fortress of Solitude. And, I'm going to kill this nigga right now. I'm just going to dive bomb through his mansion down to the cave and bring all this rock on top of him.
There's nothing stopping him.
So this is why I don't like how writers make Batman more than he is. Because if you look back, before that Frank Miller Dark Knight Returns, Batman wasn't selling shit. They had to sacrifice Superman's popularity to make him popular.
But just because you write a nigga to be perfect doesn't mean that he's the greatest.
How isn't he? He's incorruptible. If you had to pick a superhero to actually
why
be
would
real,
you write
who
a
would you want?
superhero like that? It's
You want
nothing
somebody
interesting.
edgy?
It's like,
You want somebody edgy?
bro,
Yes.
if I wrote a crime
No, why?
movie,
I don't want nobody that's like, oh man,
Yes, I want somebody
maybe I
edgy.
will walk on the bad side for a little bit.
you know why?
You
why?
want
I don't-
someone relatable?
relatable. But then look, what is the thrill in reading a comic or watching a movie about Superman knowing that he's not going to die?
He just died in the last one.
Bro, no, he did not.
Yes, he
and you
did.
know he didn't.
He died in the movie.
No, he didn't die.
Yes, he did. He
Bro,
actually did die.
He's gonna come the fuck back.
That was a
death.
rewrite. That was a
That
rewrite.
nigga is just sleep.
Remember at the end of BVS? He taking a nap when he get hurt.
You on
Look,
vacation.
Hear me out. Remember in the end of BVS, and you look ever so closely up at his casket, you see the dirt come out off the
You said that wasn't him.
what?
You said it wasn't him doing that.
That was him doing that supposedly. Like, you know, he not dead. I mean, this is
Right.
It's Superman. But the point is, in Justice League, they wrote that out. They just ignored the fact that dirt rose up off that casket.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
They used the mother box to bring him the mother box.
So what was the point
bring
of
him
even
back.
showing the end of that? Like
Different
different direction.
Well, what the movie should have been. I really gotta
How
look it up.
cold would it have been to see this
that movie
nigga
would've
jump
been.
up out the fucking ground, like come out the casket and claw his way out or whatever he would have to do?
It's just that,
But look, though,
that's why it's disappointing. That's why I don't like it as much
all
anymore.
I'm saying is if I'm watching a Batman movie or playing a Batman game, I know this nigga can die. It's like if I wrote a crime thriller and I'm like, my protagonist can never be caught by the police. Like, he's so cunning and smart that they'll never find his drugs. Like, nigga, so what the fuck am I watching this for?
There are people out there. There are villains. There are people who are smart enough. There are plot devices that are there to make a Superman game.
I don't
or
think
make
so.
a good movie.
I don't think so.
How?
Bro, you seen the Superman game? That's the best.
That was 20 years of
His health,
20 years ago.
His health is the world. This nigga gets punched in the face, and so all of a sudden the world's health goes down. What? That makes no sense.
Is that how that shit works?
Yes.
Oh
yeah,
my God,
his responsibility is the city. The city is his health bar.
Like, I understand.
And the more he destroys shit,
He's hurting
his health
himself.
bar, game over. I think it'll still be good though. It'll still be good. They'll find a way.
I don't see.
Who the fuck is gonna take on that task?
Rocksteady said they are.
They did.
Rocksteady.
Yes, they are.
Shit.
I think anyone can do it.
They said
but
they wanted that challenge.
I don't see how. I just don't see how. I don't.
You can't do his fighting system the way you do Batman or Spider-Man.
Oh no, because he just punched the shit. I mean, I think the only issue I think they will have is where is the side mission stuff going to be? Like don't you know how, I haven't played it that much, but don't you know how Spider-Man can stop a car chase?
Mm-hmm.
What's Superman going to do? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
Like he could do that stuff, but I mean,
How do you do it?
after a while, shouldn't the city get, oh shit, it's Superman. Let me not rob this bank. Unless Metallo was with me.
I just don't see how you can make a good video game with someone who's limitless. Like, if you think about it,
Don't make him limitless.
he is though. That's it.
he had to learn his powers, didn't he? The same way General Zod isn't as strong as Superman. Why?
So you have to do a young Superman.
Yes. Zod isn't as strong as Superman. Why? Because he hasn't absorbed enough
But
sun.
he
also-
also play Smallville.
He also still can't die, really.
Yes, he can. Well, you can't. I mean, he can be killed. That's
Not
why.
without kryptonite or
I
without hiding this nigga underground.
mean,
Superman passed out.
And as soon as you bring him back to the surface,
Superman fainted.
you lock him in a cellar 3,000 miles below the surface of the earth.
Do something to where it's Lex Luthor made the sun red or something of that nature. Red Sun to do it. It's ways to weaken him.
I just don't see,
weaken him.
because like, there's nothing really stopping him from doing anything. I don't know how you make a video game like that. Like, it makes sense for Spider-Man just to stay on Manhattan because the buildings are tall. So like,
Yeah.
you don't really question him going over the bridge to Brooklyn or wherever the fuck you're going. Batman, he's human. He's just a rich guy and he's on an island. So like, it makes sense for him to stay in this location. Why should Superman stay here?
Right.
Well, he
The
knows more than one
limitations
city.
of the hardware that you're using to make this game would stop you from making the game because he could literally zip around the world.
Like, what? I guess I think they'll have to be more of a Clark Kent story, but
And I was gonna say that next too. You had to include,
Man, don't nobody want to play that.
man. People loved LA Noir. They loved it.
I can't tell.
They loved that game.
Where the fuck is part 2 at?
I mean, they didn't want to make a part 2.
what
It
game?
did good.
LA
LA
Noir.
Noir. When you
I don't even remember.
play
It
yeah,
has it.
when you
I did have it.
LA Noir.
Neither one of us beat that shit.
If you added some investigative type shit in there, I think that'll be a good change of pace. Especially since,
It could, yeah, you're right.
you know what I'm saying? Seeing, having the whole thing, you're Clark Kent, and then you see something going on, and
He is a detective.
then you go into a phone booth or wherever you go, and then you take your shit off and take your clothes off, and then go straight. I think that'd be exciting for people. Now, will you get a 40-hour game out of it? No, I don't see how you would.
See, my thing is this: if you
Unless
make a
you include
Superman
everybody
game,
else.
he has to be able to. So here's the thing: you have to set up the right villains, and you have to set up the right atmosphere for these battles and shit. So, say like they put Manhattan in there, you have to be able to fight Zod, and y'all have to be able to knock over buildings and fly through shit You beaming, you shooting a beam that's just sweeping across the whole fucking city, cutting shit down. But they can't do that, bro.
I mean, they had destructible environments. That's like the norm. I mean, that's not nothing.
It's just.
I think in Battlefield 4 they brought a whole building down. What we talking about?
I mean, yeah, but still,
Superman's just too
you
much of a.
He's too strong. You saying he's just too
nigga can fly faster than the speed of sound.
light?
Like, can you make? If you put Superman in the San Andreas map, I think that's still too small.
That's the same thing I was about to say, dude.
It is too small.
Same thing I was
And
about
that's
to say.
pushing.
that
was pushing limits on PS3.
You'll have to have the biggest city, the biggest sandbox you ever made.
But then you compromise the quality of the graphics.
Maybe it's a couple years away, but it can happen. It's a couple
You
years
put
away.
the size of a map like
You gotta put them all
Origins,
together.
like-
Or No Sky Falls, but their graphics aren't. Or No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky.
Their graphics aren't great.
Yeah, you
would need something like that.
It look better. No, you haven't seen it?
I haven't played it.
It looked good as fuck.
You gonna need. I'm not. Well, good luck. You gonna need something like that.
Well, who else do you think can make a good video game?
Even though I shitted on it when you first said, I think Daredevil would be a good game.
Because it
I
could be
think
just like Spider-Man. The fighting
Punisher
could
would be
be
a
the
good
same.
game. Punisher.
Oh my God.
What about a Black Panther game?
Punisher is underserved, bro.
Yeah,
They're not doing enough with him, period. You said what?
A Black Panther game?
that would be good.
Oh, jeez.
He might be too strong. Also,
And that would be like Jungle Warfare.
he'd be too strong
What
though.
would they? What would it would be set in Wakanda?
Yeah, we better be.
It could be. Or it could be, I don't know, they could do so much with that. They could do all of that. They probably will. But a Daredevil game would be dope, especially because they can tie all this shit together. So,
Yeah, that
like,
would
you
be.
haven't really got into Spider-Man, but there's some Easter eggs, and he's in these same places.
Well, I mean, if you have Wilson Fisk, I guarantee you it's gonna be Daredevil.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you have Daredevil, that means the Defenders are there. If you have Defenders,
Right.
that means
Did you
the Hand is there. You know what I'm saying? It goes on and on.
explore the city at all? Because
Little
there's some real good Easter eggs.
I haven't
There's
seen a lot.
There's some good locations
I've seen
that
one.
are familiar.
I mean, and I've come across a lot of stuff that I probably just didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you could do the landmarks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm sure a lot of those are important.
You know how you take pictures. I was taking a picture of one, and like I was just doing it, not really looking. And then he's like, "There's something strange about this building." And then I looked, oh shit, that's Dr. Strange's like his little house over there.
the Saint. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Puns.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. They could do all of that. They've been fucking up with these superhero video games for a long, long time.
Iron Man is another one. You disagree, but Iron Man is another one.
That what?
Iron Man should be his own. Iron Man should get a video game.
I think so, too.
I think it'd be fun. I just feel like with characters that fly, just kind of.
It puts you in this space.
And it could be just because I've never seen it, but like you can go anywhere. Like there's no reason to stay on this place, and nobody's gonna want to stay on this setting.
They would have to put him in New York, dude. Or they would have to put him...
Isn't he in LA?
There should be multiple cities.
Huh?
Isn't he in LA in the movie?
Yeah, he's in California. And,
Yeah.
Because he moved?
no, he's just is that house that slid off the cliffside.
Yeah.
Right, but the
He's in
Avengers Tower...
Malibu. That's in Malibu. No, the Avengers.
Stark Towers is in Manhattan.
Yeah, it's in New York. That's in
okay.
New York, but his home, the one that
In the
it's in
MCU.
Yeah,
You have to do an
it's
open
in
world. There's
MCU.
no way you can do a linear story.
Oh, right.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean,
Well,
yeah,
I mean-
I think that goes without saying.
Technically, Spider-Man is linear, but it's so open. You
it's so
feel
open, it
like you're
doesn't
making your
feel
own.
linear.
You feel
Yeah.
like you're making your own decision.
Right.
So I mean, when all else fails, it has to be a good story. It has to be a reason why you're doing this and that. Because no matter what, the video game is going to get repetitive. Any video game is going to be repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you're doing the same thing in Spider-Man. You're doing the same thing in Metal Gear.
But I'm having
But-
so much fun doing that shit on Spider-Man.
I just want to swing.
I'm like 10 hours in and I haven't done shit but swing around. I just be swinging around like, dog, this shit is so fun. But yeah, very good game. They need to go ahead and make more, dude.
Superman's the GOAT.
They coming out
GOAT.
3 DLCs
Like LeBron.
once every month for the rest of the year.
GOAT.
October 23rd. sometime in November and December.
So we got a list of topics here, dude.
No more nerd stuff today, I guess.
We could talk about nerd stuff anytime, but we got shit to talk about before it becomes old news. A lot of this already is.
It is old news, yeah. We just not get into it.
But might as well get out the way, dude. Mac Miller, bro.
Yeah. That's just sad.
Sad as fuck. And, a lot of people be like, they was a fan, but they really wasn't. Like, I was a fan. I wasn't no super fan. But what year was that? Probably like 2015. He put out an album. I can't remember the name of the album or none of that shit. But I just listened to it because I never heard none of his music before. I was like, this shit is fire.
Yeah.
Like, this nigga's dope.
The first song I heard of his was Knock Knock.
I don't even know.
Knock, Let Him In. I thought that shit was dope. And then
let me do my Googles.
Like it was like a little party song. I think he was like 17 or something like that. I think he was still in high school.
What was he? 25? 20?
He's 26
when he died? Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
So I mean, it was a little party one. I liked it, didn't mind it, whatever. And then this last album came out, and I thought that shit was great.
Oh, Swimming? I haven't heard it, but everybody's saying it's good. The album I heard is Good AM. This.
Oh, this
first album I heard.
One I heard,
fire.
It was a mixtape, I think.
Everybody's putting up videos and these performances and music from him and shit that I never heard before, and it was like I didn't even know the half. My man was talented as hell, not just because he passed, but literally the nigga was cold as fuck. Nope, never even seen it before.
Someone on Joe Budden was saying, or Joe Budden show was saying that he actually like played the instruments and stuff too.
Yeah, somebody said Robert Glasper. I don't know if y'all know who he is, but he's a jazz pianist. I think he plays more than piano, but he's a jazz musician, and he put up a video with him. And I don't know, since you don't really know who Robert Glasper is, those worlds are not really that close.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't expect to see a picture with somebody as obscure as Mac Miller with somebody like a real jazz musician.
Right.
He's a young cat. He might be like 35, 40. But I'm like, this nigga Mac knew everybody.
Yeah.
He started everybody putting up pictures.
Super young too.
I saw
right.
SZA saying that when she first moved to LA, she was living with him for a little bit.
Like, what the fuck? That's the type of shit that you never really know about.
They said he was super nice.
Yeah.
He seemed like it.
Super nice.
He connected with people. He connected with people in a major way. Like, everybody knows this nigga. Because I'm like, when he passed, I didn't think it was going to be a big thing. I mean, he is famous.
Mm-hmm. But he's not like talked about like that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So I didn't think it was going to be a big thing. And then everybody, even Westside Gunn, put up a picture with the nigga. Charlamagne
did too.
Like, what? Everybody know this nigga.
Yeah.
I didn't even know it was like that.
I was never really, so I'm trying to, widen my scope of the music I listen to. I'm.
Oh, I know.
Trying.
They got the horse blinders on.
I don't like it a lot, but I'm trying to. I didn't appreciate Triple X music until he passed.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to branch out and listen to more people that's not, that I normally don't listen to. I've played Jay-Z, J. Cole, and Kendrick into the ground. I gotta play something different. I gotta listen to something different.
Right.
I gotta listen to younger.
Hey, look.
Younger people. They make music too.
I'm on the ignorant shit now, dude. My ears is wide open.
What you mean? We just had a conversation a couple years ago.
Just for anybody listening or watching, history. This is our second run of the podcast. The first time we did it in 2016. What the fuck do we call it? Thoughts from Andromeda.
Oh, it was Red Room.
I called it
at the Red Room.
At the Red Room, right? But it was Thoughts from Andromeda, TFA and shit. But back then, the reason I bring this up is because in 2016 was like a heavy year, dude. I don't know if y'all remember, but I literally took notes. All the fucked up shit that happened. Prince died that year. So many motherfuckers died that year. It was what's his name? Ziggy Stardust. Motherfucking David Bowie died that year. A lot of people died that year.
Yeah.
A whole lot of people. And this year is starting to feel like 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We had 2 stars die One got shot. X.
Yeah.
Okay.
This nigga got shot like a regular person. Not
Yeah.
to say that he's any better than anybody, but the nigga just got blasted, and they recording this nigga while he laying in his car slumped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was some regular nigga shit. Like,
Yeah.
they killed him like he wasn't shit.
Yeah, you wouldn't think your personalities would be
Right. Like, could you imagine
subjected to
Jay-Z
that.
just getting blasted? And
Yeah.
that's crazy shit.
Yeah. It is.
And then that's sad too. I didn't know how talented he was or how much people loved him. I knew about him too.
Yeah, I knew who he was. I knew a couple of his songs. I guess I didn't realize how famous he actually was, though.
Me either.
People was supposedly killing themselves.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was introduced to him on some fuck shit. Cause I seen I think first way I was introduced to him was when he got knocked out on stage.
He did?
Yeah, what was my man's name? He was beefing with this rapper, right? So they was beefing. Then he comes and do a show in this rapper's town, I believe. And the rapper basically set him up. He came up on stage. X is on the front of the stage, rapping it, holding the mic, rapping into it. And the nigga ran up and hit him.
I remember that.
I don't remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah, that was X, dude. And
I remember that.
That's the first time I seen him. I'm like, what is this about? And then after that, I ended up watching his interview with Paul Rosenberg, I think. What is that his name?
Mm-hmm.
Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Peter Rosenberg.
He has a brother named Paul, don't he?
Yeah.
Paul Rosenberg is M's manager.
Yeah.
Are they brothers?
I think so.
I think it would be too many different Rosenberg.
I mean, Rosenberg's not like a very common name.
It's
but-
not.
That's a Jewish shit.
Oh, shit, it is?
I think so.
Okay.
But so I watched the interview, and I'm like, the controversy kind of had me turned off. Like, is he just one of these other young niggas with the loud hair and the stupid gimmicks and shit, just doing fuck shit to get famous? But then I seen his interview, like, this nigga is really smart.
Mm-hmm.
And it blew my mind, all the type of shit he was talking about death, life, mental health, and all that shit. And he sounded like an old soul.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I knew people knew who he was, but I didn't know he was that loved. God damn. Nigga got shot in his motherfucking, what is that, a Beamer?
It was a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think it was his. I think he was checking it out.
Sad.
Shit's fucked up, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is a heavy year. A lot of crazy shit happened, and not so many deaths as it was in 2016. It's been some deaths.
It was
Aretha.
McCain.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was like the same couple days. There was someone else.
Democracy.
What else? Speak your mind. Speak your mind. What you mean?
No, man. This, it's we know who 45 got elected. With
Burt
less,
Reynolds.
Right, that just happened.
Yeah,
That just happened.
and nobody said nothing about that.
It was
Some
many
people have.
There was so many
Some
people who
people
died
have.
within this past like 2 weeks.
Some people have. Some people have said certain things. I've seen a few podcasts talking about how, that was before my time. I really can't speak.
Me too. I don't really know too much about him.
But apparently he was like the sexiest man alive type guy
Joe
in
Jackson.
the 70s, and you know what I'm saying?
Oh
So-
shit, Joe Jackson died this year.
He did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the reason. That's
Just when you thought.
because that was.
It was right before Drake album came.
What?
There was a meme saying that Joe Jackson died, and then Drake's album came out the next day. Michael Jackson's on it. He's like, damn, Joe Jackson making it work already.
Oh shit, yeah. I saw that.
So Michael was having the best time of his life.
His daddy showed up.
Jackson
He was there running around.
and then look up and
His
see
dad
him.
walked in. He was like, oh
shit. Oh shit.
Like, you been telling me you been dead for 9 years and you ain't up here singing?
Get the worm up.
They got beat his ass on Drake's album.
God can't even save you down, nigga.
The ghost of Michael Jackson showed up to the studio with a notebook and a pen. Like, let's get it. Hell no.
Oh,
That shit crazy.
but as far as democracy is concerned, 45. I say 45 was elected last year. It's definitely 2018. He's like the 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I mean, he hasn't been in 2 years, but
I feel like eternity.
right, I do.
God, this nigga's so stupid, dude.
He's the.
I don't even know if he's stupid. I don't think he's stupid. I think he's just an asshole.
Or Omarosa said he's borderline senile.
He seemed like it.
I could see that.
He act like it. He acts like the nigga don't even be remembering that he's a goddamn president.
Just the things, just the the amount. I ain't never seen nobody lie to the level that he lies. He lies about everything. He lies on his lies. How do you do that, bro? He lies all the time.
His mannerisms, the way he talk, and all the type of stuff that he says, he reminds me of an old white man. That's exactly. It's just everything he does. The big personality, he tries like the big city man. Like he's trying to be up talk a nigga and upsell him.
And he really broke.
He said, "If I get impeached, it's y'all fault." Talking to his.
I would have won the the popular election if it wasn't for the legal Mexicans.
Yeah, the popular.
What?
Yeah.
What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything?
Maybe the Mexicans don't vote. Another lie or whatever.
So what's going on with that? You tell me.
What as far as what
Voting this midterm? When is that?
This November 4th.
And what
Democrats are trying to hold what they have in the Senate, but they're trying to take the House. House is up for grabs if they can get people in our age demographic, 18 to 35 or whatever that thing. It's in that age range. The more young people vote, the more likely Democrats are going to win. That's why Obama landslided McCain the first time,
right?
And then
the second time,
most people didn't go out and vote. He didn't. It wasn't a squeak. It wasn't like a photo finish, but it was way closer than the first time around.
Right.
Against Mitt Romney. But it's important this year because how the House is up for the House is up for grabs. They are nominating, I don't know if you know, but they have nominated 25 district court, lower court judges, like you have the Supreme Court, and then you have I'm not really sure about the
hierarchy,
the name of it. But it's appellate or whatever you call it. He's named federal district or whatever. They've nominated 25 because Mitch McConnell put a hold on nominating judges through all of Obama's years, most of Obama's years. And now all these positions went unfilled. Mm-hmm. Now they're being filled because now you have a Republican House, Republican Senate, Republican executive branch, almost really Republican judicial branch also. And that's another guy to have Judge Kavanaugh. It's another guy.
Oh yeah.
He wants. I think they're really grilling him now because I think he said that he's okay with. Well, he is fine with the president impeaching himself. That's really that's one of the main issues. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's one of the main issues that the Democrats are having during their hearings of nomination for him. Mm-hmm. So, he's going to get nominated more because Democrats can't do anything about it because y'all didn't go out and vote. But yeah, man, I mean, you better go out and vote this year. You better go out and vote. This shouldn't matter. I vote all the time.
He voted last year. I don't know if he voted during the midterms, but
I voted.
That's why they be winning. That's why they get to gerrymander these districts.
Hey,
that's why all these things happen the way they happen.
I'm here. I see two sides of the coin, but I'm trying to be less of a cynic, more responsible.
It matters
because it does matter at the end of the day.
It matters.
Because
you gotta vote.
Even though all of this shit really is a game to me, the game is still being played, bro. And
so you gotta
play the fucking game, right?
I just don't like that the way our party system is. Like you have to be
one or the other.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's really changing almost. I think it's changing in maybe not in name, but it's changing in what's the word I'm looking for?
I think the people are changing.
Yes, yes, I'm saying the old moderate, the old centrist, the kind of left Democrat is getting pushed out the door for that progressive, that more progressive candidate. Mm-hmm. You've seen it happen, and it's mostly a lot of them are women.
Yeah.
And I'm more than happy with that. More women,
Hey, I don't mind.
more women need to be in there anyway.
Absolutely.
It need to be younger and more gender diverse in my eyes. Tired of seeing 80-year-old.
Hey, that's gonna change regardless.
I think since you have an age requirement to be a senator, to be a president, to be a representative, I think you'd have an age.
Is it 35 or is that just president?
I think president is 35. I think it's 30 I think it's 30 for. I'm not sure.
It wouldn't make sense for it to all be the same age because how do you graduate if you can only do all of that shit at 35?
There needs to be an age limit. I think if you because I think being 65 or 70,
I agree.
You are disconnected from what the
world,
populace is.
and the whole world. Because that's the same. That's exactly right. And that's exactly right. We've been serving, at least in our lifetimes, we've been seeing things one way because we've been under the same people for 30 years.
Some people been there 30, 40 years. Like
on all of these levels, whether it be the House, the Senate, whatever, the courts, the White House, you still got the same people, some of the same people from cabinet to cabinet.
Yeah, so check this out.
What up?
What you about to say?
Your boy Kanye said he running against Trump.
Anyway.
He just put up 2024? No. 2020?
Yeah.
Trump ain't gonna be there to run again.
I don't think he gonna make it out of this year. Honestly.
It's getting uglier and uglier every time he opens his mouth. I don't think Kanye really gonna run, dude. Everybody keeps saying
nobody gonna vote for his ass.
Nah, he ain't.
Right, he wouldn't win anyway.
I think
he
Kanye,
fucked up.
Yeah. I think Kanye's generally hated right now by most people.
I'm sorry, he messed up. I'm trying to stop cursing. But anyway.
He did mess up.
So
why he in Chicago again?
He was trying to make up with
he crossing old burnt bridges, bro.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, look.
No, it's not.
It's cool because I think that he needs grounding, dude. My man's been in LA too long, or Calabasas too long, with all that money and his supermodel wife, porn star wife. No disrespect. For real.
It definitely was just
it's hey, bro. She's on Pornhub right now. So, I've watched it, my nigga. But
like we ain't going to title.
I'm just saying, I have watched it. But look, so he been disconnected too long, which is why I think where I think all this is coming from. The only connection he still has to us is his artist, dude. If he around 2 Chainz, if he around Saha, if he around Big Sean, all of these dudes are still in their cities. Saha, 2 Chainz, they still in the hood. They still in Atlanta. I mean, not saying they live in the hood, but they still connected with those people.
Right.
So when Kanye worked with these people, seems like to me, I don't know the man, but seems like those are only connections he has to the grassroots.
Yeah.
Because he's so sheltered. I mean, what Kanye gonna do? He gonna go to Harold's Chicken? He's not going to Harold's Chicken. He'll get mobbed.
When I was living in Chicago, most people said they don't even think that he was living like in the city or like living in the hood or at all.
I don't doubt it. His parents wasn't poor.
No, they weren't. I know he was living in Japan or China for a little bit when he was growing up and stuff. So I'm assuming that he wasn't.
That. Germany was another one too.
He wasn't like poor.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that. But no, I never heard that he was poor. I just heard he was from Chicago.
Yeah, but I mean, it don't matter. Them days is over, Karen. It don't matter where you from. It's just what you do with, how do you act? How do you carry yourself? And how do you, paint the picture of your career over the years? You know what I'm saying? That's what matters. I don't know what happened between, I don't know if it's his mom passing or what happened between late registration and graduation, or not graduation, but like 808s. Yeah, there you go. Maybe his mom was the path altering event in his life that made him go down this path. But you would never think the Kanye West of College Dropout would be who he is. Could you imagine listening to that album, going back to first listen, and then
seeing George Bush don't care about black people?
Yeah, seeing all that, and then and then a genie will tell you in about 15 years is this guy gonna be who he is, a Trump supporter with blonde hair. It's crazy, man.
I think he backed
wearing MAGA hats.
I think he backed up off of that.
I think Jimmy Kimmel snapped him out of it though with that question.
I think Van Lathan too.
Yeah. He responded though and said he wasn't stumped.
He was definitely. Well, I mean, you know what? You probably,
mean,
yeah.
they did a commercial
The way
for
they had it,
Yeah.
They went right to commercial. Yeah, but
He said he wasn't stumped at all. He said he was just taking them in.
But then he didn't answer the question.
He did answer the
I
question.
mean, still,
No, like even when
After
you was,
Ali-
yeah.
I mean, but still, even if he did answer the question, I mean, it's still how you just you got so it's literally somebody threw an egg on his face from the crowd, like
Right.
shut your ass up.
the reason he had to think is because he knew what he said, what he was asked
bullshit.
was correct. Like, how do you come from all of that and support this? But I think he backed up off of that.
Shit, I wish we had George Bush back.
He went to was that a radio station in Chicago?
What
He went back and apologized for all of the
Yeah.
stuff that he said.
Yeah.
was that? Like people have been saying, was that a legit apology?
I mean, he don't got no album coming out, and he didn't have no reason to be at that radio
True.
station.
True.
So it kind of just seemed like he was like just had that on his mind. I think it was in Chicago, but he
It
apologized.
was. It was with I think her name's Kendra.
Yeah, I know it was a woman.
Yeah.
He apologized and was like I didn't hear the whole thing, but he basically said that he was sorry for the way that he was perceived and how he was hurting everybody, and he didn't realize it. Like he said, I didn't realize how much people loved me, and he was like, I just want to apologize. I don't think he understands the full breadth or the full weight of his words. First of all,
Or
and
who he is.
right? And I don't think he understands how disconnected he is. He's supporting. See, I don't think he supports Trump. I think he just supports the idea, like he said, the idea of a man who nobody thought could do it and did do it, which is true. But at the same time, I don't know. I can't even say this nigga name in public in a positive way because I don't know.
Maybe right track minded, wrong person.
Right.
Wrong person. Just the wrong person to use.
Right, because you could have looked at anybody else for that same inspiration. You could have looked at Jay-Z.
Standing right next to your brother, right?
Right.
Big brother, right?
The man that everybody said that wouldn't make it, and they kept telling him no, and now he owns everything. You don't have to look to Trump for that, but I don't know. Yeah, I think he just need more grounded. Somebody else said that he need black women in his life, and I think it was Charlamagne.
I think Snoop said it too.
He need black women in his life, and he don't have none.
But all credit to her. She ride for him though.
Who?
Kim K ride for him.
Oh, absolutely.
She down for him though.
Absolutely.
So don't.
I don't think, and that's the thing. I like her.
I don't think she ain't the problem. I don't think in his life. I don't think she's the problem.
I think
I just think all his issues are personal.
this is coming from someone who doesn't know Kanye personally, but like I just think Kanye's been like that his whole life. I think he could just separate. He seems like the type of guy who just separates himself from everyone just to get his art done. It seems like he's been like that before he even got signed.
Yep.
Like nobody's rocking with him. He's like, well, fuck it, I'm just gonna do me. Like I'm gonna be my biggest cheerleader.
Right.
Say whatever the fuck I gotta say.
Yep.
I don't think the Kardashian name is the problem. Everybody keeps saying that because she be going behind him cleaning up his mess. She told him when he did come out and say all this Trump stuff, like, make sure, I forget exactly what she said, like, make sure you are letting the people know that you are not fully supporting this man, but more the idea. It was something she said, like, you better make sure you clean that up. Because it seemed like she more grounded than he is. She just, I mean, not that she's doing a whole lot, but she's still doing more than I'm doing. She's going and sitting with this idiot to get these innocent people pardoned that need to be pardoned. She don't have to do that.
Oh.
And she's not black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She don't have no allegiance to us at all, but I don't know, dude. Like, I don't think she the problem. I just think his environment and his I don't know, his isolation is the problem.
Yeah.
He went to Wyoming to record an album. I mean, Wyoming.
But he just did that because he wanted to
Be different.
be secluded.
They said he ain't no rappers are allowed there anymore.
Yeah.
After what he did or something?
Yeah.
What happened?
I think they were supposed to, everyone was like, the listening party was supposed to be done at 10 and they didn't start till like 10:30 or something. And she said like it was cool that all these people came out, but there would be no more rap. Like,
Man, y'all better
right.
you gonna shut down all that money?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, right.
You got more traffic there from Kanye being there probably than you had in the last 5 years.
Sure you were.
In 2 nights.
Sure you are gonna. Sure, somebody come with
Exactly.
$250,000 here. I need to do this.
Easy.
Sure you are. Sure you'll turn that money down in Wyoming. Okay.
Hey, so another thing I wanted to talk about was I don't know how you say this guy's name. Botham Shem Jean or Jean, the cat that was murdered by police. I think it was
Murder,
in
not
Dallas.
manslaughter. Murder.
Murder, flat out.
Murder.
I wanted to talk about
Murder.
that because that is crazy to me, and it doesn't make any sense. You seen the video?
There's a video?
Not the video of it, not the shooting, but the video
Of her pacing back and forth, looking very sober. Very much sober.
But she was crying. Did you hear her crying?
Yeah, I didn't hear her crying, but I know she was sober.
Or somebody was crying, but it looked like it sounded like she was crying. I'm about to play the video right quick just so we can have a baseline. Where is
When she's walking back and forth in the balcony, on the balcony.
This was after the shooting?
Yeah,
this is somebody.
I saw that
The
one.
apartment is back there. This
That's
is somebody
before.
on the lower level looking up. You hear her crying or somebody crying? There she go, and she's on the phone or the radio, pacing.
I can't even look at that.
She in her uniform,
This guy for work.
which actually lends to her excuse.
What?
And now they about to wheel. Watch this. Now they wheeling. I don't know what that was. I don't think that was him on the stretcher because there's going to be something else coming too. Now they're wheeling something else up, or at least or maybe they showed it twice. That's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
So, for anybody that doesn't know, what is alleged to have happened is this woman comes home after work, I'm guessing, because she's in full uniform, police uniform. She goes up to what she thinks is her apartment. What she says is she tried her key and it didn't work. And she kept trying and it didn't work. She said, then he comes to the door and opens the door and she shoots him and kills him in his own apartment. He was in his own apartment minding his business. Now, what she said she realized after the fact was that she was on the wrong floor. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is, how do you do that unless she's new to the place? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe she just walked up too many flights of steps and was just, because, you know, each floor is probably designed exactly the same like a hotel is.
Right.
So unless you're new here and you're not just doing things off of reflex and second nature, how do you go to the wrong floor? And how do you then not pick up on the cues that would tell you that this is not the right door? And I seen video. I think it was either his sister or somebody in his family went and did the test themselves, right? So they took the key. This lock is digital to where if you put the key in and it doesn't match, it'll flash red. So it'll tell you it's wrong. So if you're trying it and this shit is flashing red, wouldn't you want to look around like, where am I at?
Right.
Why's my key number?
Right.
And then if he comes to the door, why is the first instinct to shoot instead of saying, oh, my bad, I got the wrong place? I don't know. This sounds fishy, bro. Sounds fishy. How do you just go to the wrong floor, wrong door, and then kill a motherfucker because they came to the door? So.
Or then say you were drunk.
I don't know. Did she say she was drunk or did people?
Apparently said she was drunk.
Witnesses say she was drunk.
But you just got off your shift. You went to the correct locker for your stuff, your belongings. You went to the right car. You drove to the right apartment complex, but not the right door.
I think she's going to get off.
I think so too. And I'll tell you why.
No, she's not.
Oh, go ahead.
She's going to get off because if she, like, especially if she's new to that place, like, you can't prove that she, like, it's just too much of a, you can't prove that she did that on purpose.
But it doesn't matter how many people have been drinking and driving and killed a family in a car.
We don't know if she's drunk.
Even okay, my
it's against the law to drink and drive.
I know, but my point is, yes, it's against the law to drink and drive. But when you kill somebody while you're drinking and driving, that was an accident. You're not using that car as a weapon. You're just using that car in a way that's dangerous to other people. Now, that's all I'm saying.
What I don't want to do,
somebody still died.
I don't want to go off on a bunch of rumors because I've already found some inconsistencies with these Instagram posts and some of the information floating around. Like they put up that picture of the victim and him in that picture with the 3 women, right? And they were like, they pointed at one of the women and said
that was her.
That
was the
was
officer?
her, but that wasn't her.
Okay.
Because I actually seen a picture of the officer.
That's not her.
It wasn't her.
Okay.
So I'm like, either somebody's making this up or this picture don't match or something, but I don't know. I don't want to I don't want to run away with too much of this he say, she say. All I have to go on is this video that actually shows her walking around and him being wheeled out of his apartment dead and nothing else to really go on. She didn't seem drunk to me. Somebody put up a post saying that somebody overheard her saying, open the door. People were saying that she was a disgruntled ex. I don't have any evidence of that myself.
All we can do is talk about the facts.
It's
saying somebody
weird,
is dead.
Right, somebody's dead.
In their own apartment. And that's at the end of the day.
I mean, what?
That's what that's at the end of the day, somebody's dead.
How do you do this right? Because they'll say, oh, Mike Brown did this. He was wrong for charging the officer or reaching for his gun, even though we have heard no evidence of that. Okay, so they say his death was justifiable because of those reasons. Then you have Alden Sterling and all these other people, everybody doing something wrong. They said my man's reached for a gun through his window, even though the window was up. Well, I don't know his name. Then the police officer shot him on the highway.
Fidel Castro, whatever.
Philando Castro.
Yeah.
His
Not
window
Fidel
was
Castro,
up.
my bad.
He wasn't even reaching for no gun. It was impossible for him to reach through a closed window.
He was reaching for his permit. He was reaching for his gun permit.
No, not that one. That was the dude sitting in the car.
Yeah, with his girlfriend and his baby.
Right.
That's
He
how
got
Philando
shot
Castro,
because he was reaching for something, even though they say the officer asked him to reach for it. But there's another video. The dude was standing outside his car on the highway. He's outside his car with his hands up.
Oh, yeah,
And the woman said that he reached into his window, but the window was up.
Yeah.
Because when she shot him, blood was on the window.
Mm-hmm.
So how could he have reached through a closed window? And what is, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, they're telling you all of these people are dying for these reasons. Everybody did something wrong. Somebody reached for a weapon, blah, blah, blah. Now here this dude is sitting in his apartment that he's paying for, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
And just a police officer knocks on his or tries to get into his apartment and he opens the door like, who is this? And boom, boom, boom. Like, what can we do to not die, bro? I can't even stay home and be alive. You know what I'm saying?
Don't open the door.
Literally, what am I supposed to do? Right. What am I supposed to do?
Nothing you can't.
And it just happened to be a police officer. Like, this man died by the hands of the police at home. You know what I'm saying? What can we do?
I avoid him at every turn I can.
Me too.
I don't think that would happen with just a regular person with a gun. I don't think.
Right. I mean, and then they said she killed somebody else. I don't know these facts. I didn't even look into this
I didn't
stuff.
see that too.
But they said she had killed somebody else just the year before. So maybe she trigger happy, or maybe she's. Now I'll tell you like this. I will say this: police officers definitely can have PTSD, and it will make you trigger happy. Because I won't say any names. But there's somebody close to my family. Something happened. I guess they had to shoot somebody and end up killing them. Now that does something to you psychologically, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, certain things would trigger this person and they would draw down on their gun easily because they're paranoid. You're scared. You have PTSD. Now, if she has that, then she shouldn't be in the field, which is still her fault and their fault, and somebody's at fault for that. You know what I'm saying? But
if that's the case, how come these police aren't getting the proper
mental care?
Yeah.
Period.
Who is getting proper mental care?
Who is getting proper mental care?
Who is?
Jim Carrey was just on
Bill Maher
wearing the Nikes. And didn't he say that about talking about Canada? How he was like, people always talk about how Canadians are so nice and so happy, but he was like, of course we are, because we have healthcare. He's like, we actually live under a government that cares about us and they give us the proper whatever. He was like, I never had to wait on anything in my life. And, if I was sick, I could go to the doctor. I could choose my own caregivers and I can just go and take care of myself. And I don't know if that includes psychologist,
I would think it would.
but I'm sure
it would.
I'm sure it does.
You need to watch Sicko. That's another good movie.
I've seen it.
Oh, you seen it?
Yeah. But bro, that's exactly right.
Michael Moore, by the way.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly right. If we can, like, I mean, America don't even push physical health, let alone mental health. But just as well as you need to go get a physical or get your heart checked or your blood pressure checked, you need to get your mind checked, bro. I've never even been, so I'm really just on some bullshit saying this, but I know that it's true. I've never been to a psychologist, but I do understand
the benefits of it.
The benefits. You've been, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. What do you think it worked?
Absolutely.
Feel better?
Yeah, I went through things like with my mom dying. I went more so for grieving, just multitude of reasons.
Right.
But just like the fact that you got an outlet to let things out, like, especially black men, we don't talk about shit like that.
Yep.
Anything have to do with feelings. So just like being able to do that and, have someone listen without uninterrupted and give advice if needed, like that shit just takes so much off your shoulders. And anyone that I talk to, I suggest therapy for everyone, no matter what.
I mean, so do I. Only because I understand that we need it, not because I know what it feels like. But I don't know if y'all seen that post I put up where somebody under Charlamagne's post.
We saw it.
I forget what the post exactly was about. I think it was about.
It was Mac Miller, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was about Mac Miller. And he put up something about mental health and people needing to go to see these therapists more often. And somebody commented and said,
What did he say, man? It was really good, too.
Pull it up. But the gist was, it's useless.
Mm-hmm.
And Charlamagne literally said, "You found it?"
I'm going to see it in a second.
I don't see how you could say anything about getting your feelings out is useless.
But I'm away from the phone.
I think if that person is saying that and they've been to therapy, I think they need to find a new therapist.
Here you go. Yeah.
I've met a therapist that I had like no type of connection to, and like it just didn't work. That shit was useless, but I wouldn't say therapy as a whole is.
I agree.
You got it?
Yeah, I found it. So Charlamagne put up a post that says R.P. Mac Miller. I forget what the post was, but the caption was R.P. Mac Miller. In the comments, there's a guy, and he says, "Therapists are the biggest scammers. You are literally paying someone to ask you about the root of your problems and open up. Unless you don't have family or they don't like you, just talk to your friends and family.
It's not that easy.
Anyone who cares about you, therapists," or he said anyone who cares about you, period. "Therapists are there for your money and will try to create problems that you never had." And Charlamagne replied, "Nigga, shut up, period." And I agree wholeheartedly, bro.
Of course, you're supposed to.
Because, first of all, a lot of people's root of their problems is their family. And your family is too close. Anybody who understands how unloading emotion and mental baggage goes, you really want to do it to a non-biased third party who has no attachment or investment, in your life.
Like, say I'm gay and I'm around in my family and every time there's something on TV, they talk, "Oh, that's gay, blah, blah, blah." Like, that's completely homophobic, whatever. Why the fuck would I talk to them about it?
Why would I talk to you? You like clearly not going to be open.
Yeah, how would I feel comfortable talking to them about that?
Right.
So
exactly. And it goes for anything. You could be like, say your problem is you didn't like you are depressed because of your household, whether your mother and father had problems or you were abused or whatever. And you get to unload that on your family, and your family is like, they'll dismiss you, depending on your
go
family.
Outside.
Right, like just
be happy, just turn it around.
Right.
You'll be all right.
You had the best parents you could have, and they did everything for you, but it's deeper than that. Like, you can't discount a person's feelings because you don't feel the weight of it. Now, I will say this. Another thing I seen on Instagram was Lil Duval put up a post like, we're living in the age of everybody wanting you to feel sorry for them. Now, I think there is a fine line.
Very fine line.
because I don't think everybody needs to be crying about something.
Bow Wow.
Boward.
Woward. Oh man, that's a great example. Because this fool just said after Mac died, like I almost died off scissor. Like, bro, okay. Even if you're telling the truth,
Why you saying it now?
why no? You almost died off scissor. Did this wake you up? Like, what do you want us to say?
On this private jet?
I don't know. I be trying to root for him because I actually do kind of like him, but then he just destroys it all.
Fame is a drug, man. He's addicted to it.
For real.
That's all it comes down to.
For real. Not that I would know, but at the same time, hey, I just crossed 600 followers on Instagram, my niggas. So I'm feeling the pressure. I'm getting up there, boy. Hey, I was geeked as hell for real. I was like, what? This is the highest I ever had on any social media
Barely
account.
post.
Sitting next to this nigga with effortlessly 900.
I don't think I got 900. I got like 7. I think.
Goddamn
Got
lie.
more than me. I'll be on there. I'm a lurker.
I know your ass got
a lurk.
102 followers. You just be, you don't even
Lurking.
post shit. You
Yeah,
just
you
be
really
liking
don't.
shit.
I like style on posts. Man, my life is boring.
I don't have a lot
It's
of
not really
followers.
boring, but I'm busy.
Yeah.
I don't have
It's
a lot
not.
of
It's not
followers.
Instagram fun.
I mean, it's like I don't have, outside of posting my plate and, doing the driving, probably somebody got their hand on the wheel, listening to music.
Gotcha.
I'm not that.
You don't seem
I
like
have
you
a
care.
social
You
media.
don't seem like you care about social media.
I mean,
Not for
I
like.
should, but I don't.
No, you shouldn't.
No,
And
I mean, no. I'm saying I shouldn't. I should care about it as far as other things that maybe we want to do in the future. But I'm saying, as far as care about me personally having, I need to put something up. No,
Right.
I don't
No,
care.
and that's a healthy place
I don't
to be.
care. I don't care.
Because speaking of mental health, bro, I was just talking to my homie just to sort of be philosophical about where we are as a people today.
Mm-hmm.
This culture, it's eating us alive, dude. And a lot of people don't realize it. Like, I think you have a good hold on social media. You don't seem like you put too much investment into it. At times I do. Because honestly, admittedly, a lot of times I'll put stock into what people think of me or getting approval. And it's subconscious. You don't really try, but say you put up stuff on social media for likes, period.
Right.
You're not putting it up for no reason. You're not putting it up for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times I'm trying to figure out these algorithms and figure out these because I'm socially kind of stupid. Like, I don't really understand.
Don't say
For real though. Like, I'm not as bad as a lot of people that I know, but I don't understand this stuff. Like, how to connect with people sometimes.
Right.
Or how to talk to people and get people to like who I am and shit. But, I mean, mostly I don't care about that. But on social media, at least years ago, it was, especially Facebook, it's like, why is this person putting up this post and they're getting 150 likes
Mm-hmm.
and I'm getting 6? Now, in that moment, it's making me feel a certain way. But when you step back and just think about yourself and your life and you look around, immediately around you, none of that shit means anything, dog. 6 likes, like, so what? Who cares? How many likes? It does not matter at the end of the day. Unless you're creating revenue from this, why do you even care?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you shouldn't care, but depending on what your goal is, you should care. But what I say to that is, if people worry about their craft and what they do or what
Now
they're
that's
going to do,
different. I agree.
when you go through that route, if you chase your talent, I mean, if you chase improving your talent, improving whatever it is you may be doing, I think that stuff comes naturally. So I think you or nobody should worry about what.
But I mean,
right now, you know what I'm saying? That shit shouldn't matter.
now that's like business. So I understand that.
Shit don't matter.
But you should take the emotion out of that, because you shouldn't be emotional about your engagements on social media. If you're in it for business, you should be in it with your mind. And how do I garner attention? How do I get people to click this link and buy this product?
Yeah.
But for the people who are not even on there for business, they're just on there for social purposes. Like, I'm trying to get these people to like me because I won't feel complete as a person until these people like me. It's a dangerous place to be mentally, dude. And cause you've seen me melt down on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
Several times. And that shit is real. Even though I'm ashamed that it was, I'll never be there again because I don't know, I got a hold of it.
Yeah.
And I kind of took myself out of it. I don't even have a Facebook anymore. But there's a point in time I held that shit near and dear to me. Like, why can't I seem to close that gap between me and them? You know what I'm saying? What is the disconnect? What is it about me? And it's a lot of factors, man. One thing is I don't belong there in that way.
Well, I mean, technically nobody does. That is something that's completely new. And I think people are realizing that Facebook is, or Apple with this new update that's coming out, they're gonna give you a chance to limit how much time you spend on it. Cause that shit, it's new. It's not healthy. Nobody really knows. Like,
exactly.
And like, I was watching a video and they were saying like your social circle, humans are used to like knowing a certain amount of people. And, with social media, you know everybody. You have access to everybody.
Everybody.
So that creates, like something that we're not used to or meant to do. And then it puts a lot of pressure on you.
Right.
So.
And these are things that we didn't even understand going into this. Things that we didn't even think, repercussions we didn't even think we would have to do.
I don't think Mark Zuckerberg did.
You said, okay, so what happened? You said Apple was putting what?
They were going to put limits on, it's going to give you a chance to put like a limit. So like if you only want to check social media or Facebook an hour a day.
Right.
Or 30 minutes a day, you can do that and your phone won't let you. Obviously you can do it on your computer or whatever and you can probably override it. But they're hoping that initial wall will stop you from.
I didn't even hear that. I never heard that.
Mm-hmm.
People will try. People will fail. It's gonna be.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's not gonna.
See, that's what I'm saying. And people are addicted and don't know they're addicted.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
do you know?
I think there's some level just in your habits, just in your. What's the first thing you do when you check to see if your internet is messed up? What website do you go to?
Right.
You go to Facebook.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just as you just go there just to see. Click off of something. Your it's like mental muscle memory.
It is.
This is
good to go to Facebook on.
There will be times like when I'm at work on the computer and it's like I'm waiting for something to render. Like I'll just go on Facebook and then I'll look down on my phone and Facebook's up. Like why the fuck am I doing that?
Right. Right. See, so look, I have two phones, dude, and this gets bad. It had gotten bad, and sometimes it gets bad where I'll be on Instagram on both of my phones, right?
Yeah.
Scrolling one timeline, and then on this phone, it's a totally different timeline. So I'm literally juggling timelines.
What's on the second timeline?
Just a different assortment of the same people. Like, why am I doing this?
Right.
But one thing that I noticed that this is how I know everybody's addicted, even if they don't admit it or even if they don't know it. So think back to a time before the G1 came out, which was what, 2008?
Yep.
2009?
Somewhere in there.
10 years ago almost.
Right.
Before everybody in the world had a cell phone, even if you go back before the Nextels and all that, right? Before chirps and all that. Mm-hmm. What did people do when you went to the barbershop and sat down?
They talked.
They talk, or not even a barbershop, anywhere. Because what do you do now? You go in, if you don't know anybody,
on your
phone, bro.
Right.
You're ducking your head, and you basically, it's like a, what was that I was watching? Somebody was basically like, what did people do at parties before cell phones? At parties, say like you go to a house party or a frat party or something. You would
drink some juice,
you'd be up
eat
against
some
the wall.
chips.
Say if you didn't know nobody at the party, what do you do? What do you do now? You be at the party, you be on your phone. You look totally normal.
Right.
That's why I don't go, because I'm not gonna be doing. That's and that's sad. But
you be at a party on your phone, you look totally normal, and you have this whole world that is yours. You know what I'm saying? You have this whole world that is yours, and you could just be in it and be comfortable. And I can talk to all the people I want to talk to. I can get on Facebook and see all this stuff that I want to see, and I can ignore everybody in the room until the opportunity to be social presents itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird to me that, you know, at this point in time in this social age that we're in, it's like nobody knows how to talk to each other at all, and then we all just bury our heads in our phones. Like it gets to the point now where I go out in public and I'm not somewhere where I know a lot of people. I have to force myself to just keep my phone in my pocket and talk to people,
Right.
or just be regular.
No, yeah, I agree.
It's almost to the point where you feel weird.
Yeah, you
like,
feel weird being
I'm
on your
being
phone.
weird just sitting here. Like,
Right.
no, you're just sitting there. God, I hate this
just
shit,
moving
dude.
your thumb.
I hate this shit. So,
All right, we probably got time for one more. Y'all want to get Nas and Kelis or Insecure or what?
It's
we got to do both of those. I'm
Both
sorry.
of them?
Because they definitely tie together, and I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Oh, wow, I want to hear this.
But,
It is.
so we might as well let's do Insecure first right quick, because the Nas and Kelis shit, I'm
You
going
watched it,
off.
right?
Yes, I did.
All right.
Yes, I did. I'm ready. I'm ready.
What you think?
It's
Lawrence side?
All I care about is Lawrence. My man is back. That's all I care about.
He ain't the team that you want to be on.
I like Lawrence. I'm on his team.
Wait. Time out. How many episodes has been this season?
5. So it's like 4 more left.
Okay.
Do they go to 8 or 10?
They go to 8 or 9.
I wish it was 10.
I hope they go to 10. Maybe
go to 10.
they got an extension this year. I heard they just got approved for a 4th
They
season.
need
It
to
is.
do. It need to
It
be
is.
like a 12 piece, but whatever. But okay, we'll keep.
Especially since it's only a half hour.
Like, I'm on Team Lawrence. Why you say I can't be on that team?
And he trash too. Everyone is
Everybody
trash.
on the show is
Yeah,
trash.
but I mean, he ain't like the
No.
greatest. Who's not?
Who's not trash, dude? Other than, what's my man's name who do the beats?
He's trash too.
He not really trash.
You know what? Yeah, you're right.
Because he's being honest with
Everybody
everybody.
on the show. Daniel.
Daniel, he's being honest with everybody.
I think he started off like before we met. The show started. I think in that world he was trash, but I think he is being honest with everyone, and I think that he really does truly have feelings for Issa and wants it to work. But I think Issa's just not in the space. I don't think Issa's right for him, and
She don't know what she's doing right now.
I don't think he knows it.
Yeah.
And the new guy, what's his name, Nathan?
I really do appreciate that little producer, rapper, studio few episodes.
I
that he
wanted
was in.
to ask you that
Man,
too.
I was like, dude, the one episode where
He played his stuff for the guy.
Yeah. I was like, dog, I relate to this so much. Like it was so much stuff in the episode that I related to. Whether it been from playing beats to people or changing beats for artists that are not looking for a particular sound and all that. I'm like, man, this is dope, because it seemed like, I don't know who's writing this stuff. Whoever's writing it did their homework, because that's really like the struggles in the language of a producer and artist.
Was he right or wrong for that?
For what? Playing the original version of that joint? He should have just did what my man said.
I do too. I think that too. I get why he did it, and I get his
It was like an
frustration
integrity
of it.
thing.
It's yes or no, but you trying to get your foot in the door.
My thing is, the dude that changed the beat already had a relationship with the artist.
Yeah,
so he knew what the artist wanted. You didn't have a relationship with the artist, so you have no idea. You're just presenting what you want. But it's a give and take, especially for doing music.
I guess that's the one thing that Daniel, his issue, his flaw. He's just kind of
Stubborn.
He's stubborn, and it also kind of seems like like the last couple episodes that he was in, it seems like he's I won't say like, I don't know what's the word, but like he's kind of making it so Issa has to be there, giving her all this free stuff and saying like, you can't go, you can't even make the right decisions to do this and that. Like, why?
Right. Trying to make her dependent.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that I would say is his flaw, but
another thing that these episodes revealing is that, Daniel seemed to, like, the guy to have it all together. He seemed like so super confident and cocky and arrogant to the point where it's like, you don't really see the human side of him. But these last episodes, it was like, he was in a club and he was nervous to talk to my mans, like, and this dude was younger than him.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of showed you like a side of him that we hadn't seen. Like, because it literally was like seeing, it was like watching real life, like, because it was like you've seen this personification of him, this
around Issa,
right around Issa, and he's all confident and cocky, and he dicking her down, and you know what I'm saying. He just seemed like that nigga, but then he's in the club with her, and she's coaching him through talking to this young nigga to get him some beat.
Yeah, and then he getting like jealous because this guy's getting him in the club, like
and he's like, I don't want to go in here because he got us in, or he like his old friend got on. He was like, he got famous and I got better, or whatever he said. Like, it humanized him. And I like that because it adds another layer to these characters. Like, this is a good ass show, bro.
It is. It's probably the favorite show. My favorite show that I'm watching right now.
For sure.
I say this and Atlanta. I feel like this is the female Atlanta.
I haven't. I still got to catch up on Atlanta.
Oh, y'all tripping.
Same here.
Y'all tripping.
Same here.
That's the greatest to me. Oh yeah, shout out to Cat Williams for winning that motherfucking Emmy for that too.
Cat Williams.
He was on one episode.
Oh yeah, the first one. Yeah,
the first episode. Yeah, I knew it too. I swear to God, I was watching the episode like he gonna win an award for this, especially because it was so unexpected. They didn't even announce him being on there, and then it was so random
with the alligator and shit.
Yeah, he did a good job on the episode. I'm like, he definitely gonna win an award, and lo and behold, he did.
Yeah,
but anyway,
what you guys think about Nathaniel? What's his name?
Yeah,
Nathan.
What'd you think? The light skin
cat from the lift.
Yeah.
Who got in the fight?
Yeah.
That was hilarious too.
That was hilarious.
But I like dude, but I don't know. I like him.
He bad. He bad for
He's
her.
not good for her
at all. He's
just gonna be a fling though. That's all.
That's all. That's all.
I won't say that he's not good for her because he definitely got her to step out of her comfort zone. She got her to quit her job that she wasn't happy in. I think he gave her the confidence to do that. Just like with their conversations about him stepping out, just taking a leap of faith. But I don't know, there's something about him that I can't put my finger on it yet, just because he hasn't had that deep character development. I think him and Lawrence are going to push each other, and we're going to see more of his flaws. But I just don't know what it is yet.
I don't think
why is Lawrence back? Why is he back?
What you mean? I don't think I like.
Why is Lawrence back? Why?
I like Lawrence being back,
bro.
I like Lawrence being back.
No, I don't. His story was over when his story was over, bro.
It never ends like that.
If they end up being together, I don't think they're gonna end up. They better not.
Oh, they will.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna mess around.
2 seasons from now.
That's not real. That's not real.
Yes, it is.
That's not real, bro.
Yes, it is.
That's not real.
I've done that.
No. Here's the problem.
I've done that.
Here's what I'm saying. If he knew the shit she been doing, he would not fuck with her.
But he probably been doing even worse. Come on, bro.
So what?
Whatever the woman do between her relationships, the man is doing 50 times worse.
The point is, she is really her character is really trash.
She is so trash.
She is like
super
horrible. She really is.
She been doing a lot better this season though.
Has she?
She been turning it down. She been putting herself in situations, but she been turning it down.
Yeah, she been turning it
Season
down.
2, she was
doing her rotation.
She was a trip, bro.
I think she's still trash. I think she's still trash. Like the show was amazing. I love the show.
She did get a coochie ate, and she did get naked in the pool with this nigga. The first,
that was
the second time meeting him.
Mm-hmm.
They don't use no condoms either, do they?
Man, I don't care about that.
Man,
that shit matters, B.
My man's
real life, but
that shit matters.
My man, what did he say,
on the Ferris wheel. They was like, oh well, unless.
What did he do? Get in the car and said, I want to go to this Bompton swap meet. What did he say? He was he was like, oh shit, yeah, my man's is back too, but they ain't show him no more.
Nah, I think it's just a little Easter egg.
Yeah.
I was mad about that. They need to keep him on the show because he was hilarious. But yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know why you don't like Lawrence.
I think Kelly is the star of that show, though. Not the star, but her character is irreplaceable.
Who the hell is Kelly?
That's the one that got tased.
Oh, okay.
Her character is irreplaceable. She has something to that show that's just every time she was like, she took that edible. Was like,
she's just looking out the window.
I'm gonna get fucked.
She was like, I'll fuck her. Fuck him too.
I'm cleaning my time and my space.
She is fucking hilarious. I love her.
But
I
think that Lawrence coming back is good because in my opinion, Issa was getting it a little too good. Things were going a little too well. I think it's gonna shake it up the last 4 episodes or whatever. I like it. I think it's gonna cause a bunch of drama in her life.
Of course.
I think it's gonna cause issues between with Nathan.
She's finally getting it together, kind of. It's kind of coming.
And it was time for disruption. It's absolute time for disruption.
How do you not like Lawrence being back? We have to get closure.
No,
She
we
has
don't
to
need
get
closure. Closure was when they sat on that couch outside the thing and it was over.
No, but
It was over.
the time between what happened and the fact that they got because they had been together for how long? Years.
Yeah.
Years.
And he was trash, living on her couch.
Man, was he really trash?
Yes.
How was he
Now
trash?
you didn't think he was trash then, but you think he trash now?
No, I don't think he was. I'm not saying. I wasn't saying. Forgive me if I said he was, but I'm saying everybody goes through that. She going through that now. She living on somebody else's couch.
You're right.
Do you see what she's doing?
Everybody goes through them times like that.
But do you see how she's living now? She was supporting 2 people in that apartment, and he wasn't doing anything. She would come home, he just in his pajamas eating cereal.
I mean, he was again. Was he trying to work towards something? Yeah,
He was
Not
a good
really.
guy. He just was bummy at the time. Like,
So he went through a phase, essentially. Essentially, right?
No, and he wouldn't even take a job because he thought he was over it with Best Buy, and then
That's
Issa
right.
had to.
So then he took it, right?
does that
he went and got
justify
it.
cheating on him though?
No, I'm not saying nothing justifies
No,
him.
I
Like,
know, but
All I'm saying
that's
is that
shitty, dude.
people do go through them phases like that. Now it depends on the person if you're willing to deal with that person. I mean, but like you said, does that justify cheating?
No, nothing does.
No, it doesn't. And if she really, I say that cautiously, there's a fine line. If she really loved him, she would have not did what she did. She would have kind of stuck by him. Now I know there's a fine line and there's a limit to how much a person can take, but
that's what I'm saying. She had time to reflect on her mistake. The fact that they have spent time apart, because she was being selfish. He was being selfish too, but she was being selfish in a way that, he was down and out and he didn't get a job or whatever. She was frustrated, and then she went and fucked Daniel, right?
Yep.
She went and fucked Daniel because of
the
it.
first episode.
Right.
Yep.
And then, that gives the fact that all melted down and they broke up and spent all that time apart, and now they get to miss each other and she gets to see her mistake. Dog, the show is gonna end with them being together, I swear.
So you saying that the dream she had in her old apartment, that's what's gonna end up happening? They get married and all that.
The last episode of season 2.
Oh, I don't even remember.
She had a dream.
Oh, you know what?
She had a dream.
She had season 2.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
I forgot that I didn't watch it and didn't even.
That was the closure you need. Go watch that. It's the closure.
I had seen like a very little bit of it because that was the episode he nutted in her mouth, right?
Oh yeah, that was
That was Daniel.
nutted in her mouth.
Under her
I'm
eye.
sorry. Yeah.
In her eye.
I'm talking. Yeah. So I must be talking about season 1.
No, that was season 2. That was the last episode.
When she moved out. When she moved out of that apartment.
And
okay.
he came in, and then they
had a little talk.
It's gonna come full circle. It has to.
It should not.
It should, because
it should not.
Dog, she loved him. She has not liked anybody else.
He loved her too.
She has
Clearly.
not liked anybody else as much as she's liked Lawrence. Not even Daniel. So what I'm saying is she basically had this situation where she thought she was frustrated with this guy. And now she's about to go through a bunch of shit with a bunch of other guys and realize that it's all for nothing when she could have just stayed with the nigga she was with. And now they had time apart. She's been with Daniel. She realized that's not what she wanted, right?
She'd been with Nathan. She'd have been with, like, who
Would you
else?
say that's what happened?
What?
That she realized Daniel was not good for her, or did she think she just distanced herself?
I think that she was on the verge of ending it with Lawrence. She was over it, but there was something that just kept her. But I think she was so close to ending it that she was like, oh, fuck it. I've been wanting to do this my whole life. I'm gonna sleep with Daniel. And then she realized she fucked up, and she kept that. And eventually everything came to the surface, as it always does. And then, all that happened. Once she realized that he is actually a good guy, he's trying, and this, that, and other thing. But then she saw all the stuff that he was doing on the side too. Like, he wasn't necessarily being, the best boyfriend in the world. Like, with Tasha and all that.
See, now that's...
Wait. Now, were they still together when he got with Tasha?
Not when he blew
No,
her
no,
back
no.
out.
No, but he was definitely going to her job and seeing her and stuff. Like, you can't be.
At the bank?
Well, yeah.
Obviously, cheating and going to see someone, those are two different things. And I think he even went on a date with her. And stuff.
He did.
But like, he's not necessarily being faithful. Like,
yeah, but okay.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's two different things, obviously. But like, Issa wasn't going to take that. Like nobody's going to take that.
You're right.
So I mean, it's just like what sins. You can't really say like in a relationship, like what a sin is. A sin in a relationship is a sin.
Yeah. So let's just say,
obviously, getting your back blown out is has a little bit more weight.
A little more weight. Yeah.
I mean,
man, I was so happy for him though. I'm sorry.
Wait,
I was. I was mad. I was mad how he did her though.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was bad as hell.
I was mad how he did her though. I didn't like that.
Oh right, yeah, that was trash.
How he strung her along like that because she really liked him.
Yeah, she did.
She did.
But she was crazy too though.
Was she?
I don't know.
She bought the story that he was selling about how Issa was treating him.
Right.
And like, I could treat you better.
Yeah, I don't think she was crazy. She really just had her
just really
feelings
liked him.
invested. Yeah.
I think
she really liked him. That's all that was.
So yeah, I was happy because he was hurt as hell, and then he got with her bad ass. I'm sure that made him feel better. He got it too. Like that, it looked like they really had sex on the set, but they did.
Yeah.
They did.
I mean,
because I had to look it up. Like, dog, did he really smash? Like,
in real life, her and Joe had a baby.
Oh no, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's awesome. I think he cheated like in real life.
Hey, I think you're right.
With Joe?
Yes.
Yeah,
he does not have an open marriage.
No.
At all.
What do you bet? Which one to bet that Molly? What you want to bet that Molly isn't? Well, you know what they met. Have they met before?
Molly and Joe's wife?
And Candace.
Who's Candace?
That's his wife.
Yes, they have. When we first met Joe, he was at the party with his wife.
But you're right. They don't have an open marriage. They don't.
Candace knows that they're childhood friends, and he hangs out with her. I don't think it's open marriage. I think it's a one-way open marriage.
Do you see how he put out that's my wife card?
Yeah, right.
See that?
Telling her to stay out of his business.
Yeah, but he don't want her to talk to her.
But I agree though.
No. What I'm saying is that you can't kind of.
No,
you can't, bro.
No.
Because if you cheating on her,
no, don't say nothing about nothing that got to do with my personal life. If I let you know that you ain't shit to me, don't say nothing about my wife.
But that's not the vibe he's giving her.
Well, it isn't the vibe. But at the same time, I'm the same way, bro. I'm the same way. If I'm with this girl and I'm on the side with you, don't say nothing about my girl.
Is that because you don't
feel
bad
or
what?
No.
No. So I understand it's a hierarchy. I understand what you're saying.
Don't say nothing about my wife. Like if I was a Muslim and I had 3 wives, the first one is better than y'all. Even though that's probably wrong because it probably is a pecking order or something with that. But
it's always a hierarchy.
Just period, dog. As a regular nigga, like if I have a girlfriend and I'm on the side, don't say nothing about my girl at all. Don't even say her name. Shut the fuck up. You're less than her.
I know, but again,
because I don't
Molly
want
was trying to make it like that though. She was trying to make it.
Right.
She was saying like, ain't no staying around for breakfast. Ain't no,
right.
She was trying to make it like that.
He wouldn't let her do that.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
I agree. He being messy.
Molly was trying to make boundaries.
Dog,
he didn't.
It gotta
he
be
didn't
cut
want
and dry.
boundaries.
It has to be cut and dry. You have to let the girl know where you stand
from jump.
Don't say no. And my thing is this. One of the reasons I'm like that with my women, is that I don't want her to think that I'm messing with you because I don't like her. Because cheating is more complicated. We can have this conversation next time. Cheating is more complicated than just, I'm tired of my girl or whatever. And I don't give a fuck what people think. It's more to it than that. But my thing is, I don't want you to think that this opens up your opportunity to disrespect her, or I'm going to come and gossip to you about her so you can run. Right. You can be like, yeah, she trash, and now you run. And that makes it messy for her. But if you cheating.
If you cheating and you saying that about your girlfriend to her, then I can understand why she.
Right.
But if you're not mentioning
I'm
her
not that type
at
of
all,
nigga.
No, I'm not saying you are, but like if you're not mentioning her at all, she knows about her. She shouldn't have.
Keep it neat, dog.
Right.
Don't say nothing about her because I don't want you running around, running your mouth about me or her if I'm cheating. You know what I'm saying? Shut the fuck up, play your role, and just mind your business. Me and you have our relationship or whatever. Me and my girl's not at 100% right now, but I still love her more than I ever love you. Just understand that. And that's real. Like a lot of men feel like that, but a lot of men will never, ever admit that shit. But I'll admit it. Don't say nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've all been there, dog. I don't give a fuck.
But don't be laying up with your side chick playing footsies, making pancakes.
And pillow talking.
That's his fault though.
That's right. It is your fault though.
I forgot that she was trying to
keep it neat.
She want the boundaries. She don't want the boundaries.
Keep it neat.
He want the milk without the cow.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
especially because she told him, what she say?
That she.
Oh no. Because she told him again, like, didn't she take his key and he walked out all mad or something?
Yeah, he's big mad about having to give that key back. I'ma just go.
So that means he love her.
Of course he do. I mean that's.
But he not supposed to.
Yeah, but what they want you to leave your wife then?
He don't, because it's supposed to be open marriage. He's lying though.
Yo, clearly he's lying.
He's lying like
clearly.
Because we haven't seen his wife since.
Like, season 2.
Since season 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, for that one scene.
Yeah, they met at the party or whatever.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Yeah, that's...
And what I was telling Brandon was, because I was like, well, he really does have to have an open marriage because she had called him. He was like, hello, yeah, I'm with Molly. I'm with Molly. But he's like, they went to college together. Now, I was watching that episode with my girl, and she said the same thing you said.
Yeah, they're childhood friends.
She was like, because she was like, the reason, she was like, he
wait,
had no open marriage. Say
it again.
They're childhood friends. Aren't they neighbors?
All of them. They went to school together. I don't know how far it goes back, but I know they went to college together.
Yeah.
But my girl was like, what'd she say? She said, she was like, it wouldn't be weird to me, say if she called me. She was like, if I called you and you was like, I'm with such and such, the mutual friends of both of us, I wouldn't think nothing of it. So it's like, he can play it as if, to his wife, he could play it like I'm just hanging out with our old college friend. Mm-hmm. But to Molly, he's telling her, like, yeah, our wife knows, but she really don't.
I think it's going to come out either this.
It's going to come out next Sunday.
It'll probably be something.
It's going to be the finale.
Yeah.
Or the episode before the finale.
Ooh, that episode gonna be fiery. Ooh.
It better be an hour.
He coming back next. He'll be on the next episode.
Can Molly fight? We gonna see.
No. Did you watch the preview for the next episode?
I saw Lawrence and his voice talking.
Lawrence and Dro ended up next to each other.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. I don't, but Dro is definitely gonna have to. He gonna get caught.
He got some explaining to do.
Dro's getting caught because he's extremely messy.
That too. Wait, where is he? I mean, he just pops up every now and then.
No, dog. He's doing too much.
The fact that he's getting these feelings and want to do more with Molly.
Had a key.
And he got
mad about having to give it back.
Is he being? Wait. Is he just catching feelings? How? Candace don't know what he's doing. Candace clearly doesn't know what he's doing. He's been cheating on her for 3 years.
It seems like his feelings for Molly are way more than just smashing.
Oh, right. I mean, clearly,
he's too deep, bro. He's in too deep. So look, before we get too far, we gotta wrap this up. Let's connect. Let's go ahead and connect this to Nas and Kelis real quick.
Okay.
The reason I say it connects is because. So before we get to exactly what Nas said or whatever, Amanda Seales, which plays Tiffany on the show, put up a video saying that she thought it was ridiculous that Nas, but she said, I quote, niggas is putting up whole soliloquies about their relationships and shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was stupid. Like,
very much so.
I thought that was stupid. I don't know if she was saying that as,
in response to Nas?
No. She was saying it in response to Nas, but I don't know if she was saying it like trying to ride with the woman on, trying to be girl power. Like, is she a man hater? I don't know what her energy was. But my thing is, Kelis been talking shit
for 10 years.
And then
he don't say nothing.
And he says one thing. And Amanda Seales, and amongst other people, is like, oh, he must be guilty because he said, like, dog, he been quiet for all this time. And then he comes out and he spills the beans that he been going through all this bullshit that nobody knew about. And now it makes sense. Kelis, like, he been beating me. I watched the interview. I was watching the interview with her too. Like, I don't know, dude. She seemed like the crazy type.
Yeah.
Remy Ma said it best. She said, only the guys that go through bullshit like this are the ones that care. Because the nigga that don't care, he like, oh, fuck that kid anyway.
Right.
The guys that care are the ones that go through this type of shit.
Because look at Matt Barnes.
Yeah.
What he just went through.
Oh my God.
She cut him off. Did you heard about that?
Nah. I know he was going through some shit and Derek Fisher and all that shit.
Yeah, but all that shit is in the wind. What happened was he went up to his kid's school. It was the holiday weekend. What just passed? Memorial Day? Or
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Yeah. So he went up to his kid's school that Friday or whatever, and he was supposed to have them that weekend, a 3-day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets to the school, and the mama is there trying to. She had already got the kids or whatever, and I think either he pulled up and cut her off, and the kids was in her car, and he was like, "Get in the car with me," and the kids got out and got in his car, and he go to pull off. She runs her car and slam brakes in front of him and cut him off and get out, banging on the window or whatever, I guess, and was like, "Get in my car, like you can't do this shit or whatever." And somebody called the police from the school. I think she ended up getting arrested, and then he pulls off with the kids driving to the Sunset because he had his papers. This is my weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess it's alternating weekends. This is my weekend. So
these bitches evil.
But why are you even fighting him if you know it's his weekend?
It's to be spiteful.
Why did you go to court if you're going to fight him on everything?
Spiteful.
Right.
That's all it is at the end of the day.
You using your kids as a weapon. That shit is weak as hell. I pray I never end up in that situation because it won't be good. But the thing with Nas and Kelis is she's been basically painting him as a woman beater. Because I keep hearing it. But I'm like, it's two sides of every story, first of all. And secondly, it just don't seem right. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm biased because I'm a Nas fan and his public persona is one way. And I just can't picture that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's two sides of every story, but it's somewhere in the middle. Maybe he grabbed her up one time, or maybe he just threw her. I'm just saying,
right.
Whatever that may happen during an argument, he threw her up against the wall, maybe slapped her, whatever the case may have been.
Right.
But she has been making the rounds for every different magazine.
It's
just
the only thing
about
keeping her hot.
You know what I'm saying?
What else are we talking about Kelis for in 2018?
Cordon Bleu. That she Nas paid for.
Her food truck or her school.
But all I'm saying is, you got a divorce. You're not married. That child is what, 10 years old now?
I don't even know.
Like, all I'm saying is, like, let it go. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if what Nas is saying is true as far as keeping his kid away from him, like, this shit, that's horrible. Like you said, using your kids as weapons, that's horrible, man. That's horrible in every way, shape, or form. And I don't think really older men, like, he's in his 40s, right? He's in his 40s. I don't think really older men really go the avenue that he took. How many people do you really see just bearing it out? You know, private, reclusive people just bearing out their soul like that on social media.
Because I've never seen him do anything like that.
That's totally out the norm.
Yeah. He's
totally
not even
out
like
the
that.
norm.
He's not even like that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know him.
I feel like we barely know who he is.
Exactly. Outside of the music, you don't see, he don't do interviews like that. He's done the interview he did the interview with Jay-Z and then did a little documentary, and that was it. You don't see him that often.
Mm-mm.
He don't even be talking about personal stuff in his music. Like, he
really,
do.
except for his mom.
He talk about his daughter.
He kind of do.
He talk about his daughter. He talk about his mom. He talk about his brother. You know, he talk about stuff, but he didn't talk about this in his music at all.
No.
Bye, baby. That's all we got.
That's all we got. That's
and he
about
didn't
it.
even go into real detail. Like, he just was saying, like, you know,
it's very vague stuff.
Let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Right. So my thing is for him he really had to be at the brink. Like, you see the part where what he wrote, he said, when she was outside her house, I guess he had pulled up to get his son. Is it a boy?
Yeah,
it's a boy.
They have a son.
Yeah, he pulled up to get his son, and he said his son was in the window watching. She came out and was tripping and wouldn't let him take him. She wouldn't let him take his son. And she outside tripping. And he said, somebody, I think he said somebody advised him to just call the police and get the police involved with his court order so that he can come get his son. But he like, why would I do that? Why would I bring the police to my kid's house and create this big scene when we could just handle this like adults? And I feel him. Like, why should you have to go? Dog, it's so many men out here not doing nothing. I know a lot of them niggas personally, you know, not as friends, because I wouldn't have friends like that, but so many niggas out here not doing anything for their kids. Why is there any women fighting niggas who are trying to be there?
Yeah.
At all. Why are you fighting? Why would you stop me from helping you?
Right.
She ain't got over it, clearly.
That's what it seemed like from what he said. But then every time she talk about him, she be like, I don't want to talk about him no more. I don't care about him. But from what he said, it seemed like she super care. I don't know, dude. But
yeah, I don't know. We'll never really know the truth,
right?
Unfortunately, but we just going off of what we know, you know, from issues that we've seen personally and like how we view Nas.
Dog, do y'all remember the I Hate You So Much Right Now video?
Yeah.
I don't.
Big monster truck.
If that was admissible in court, if that was, she
like
would
Bobby
lose
her.
You said like Schmurda.
They just pull out the TV like in elementary school when you do you watch Bill Nye.
Substitute teacher.
You said when we was watching Bill Nye. Hey, for real though, if that video was admissible in court, boy, she would lose in a heartbeat. Because he said I should have took that song as a warning.
He said that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
So, shit, you take that song and you apply it to what Nas is saying, it makes so much sense. And she seems so crazy and eclectic, and she seemed crazy than a motherfucker.
Super petty.
Right.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
We can wrap this shit up. This was
We definitely didn't hit the goals that we said.
Hey, it was a lot of
missed,
topics that we didn't touch
missed Cardi and Nicki.
Yeah, I kind of didn't want to talk about that shit anymore. They exhausted that topic.
Nicki
she
weak.
went on her show today and said
she's
something.
weak.
Yeah.
She weak.
Was it today?
Yeah.
Today or yesterday.
Yeah.
She weak.
Yesterday, I think. She went on the show and said something about her, and then I don't know, dude. Whatever.
Keep that same energy, my G.
We missed a lot of topics.
Not no more though.
This is the first episode of hopefully many every Tuesday. Yeah, every Tuesday. So what we'll be airing, we'll be probably putting it out a day after, 2 days after. Whatever. It ain't like we really have no media platforms. We really do what we want. But yeah, first episode. Anything you should say?
What's that shit you used to say? Buckle up, don't get shot.
I'm not saying that.
You did used to say that.
Fuck about.
All right, man.
Wouldn't even say no goodbyes, bitch, you don't know me. Every time I would feel hopeless and seen that sunset, I look to the other side and I threw up my set. This is 6 Mile, bitch, no disrespect to your clique. I don't run with niggas anyway, that's just how I am. Bitch, I'm running with the gods now, they all beneath me. I don't really need no friends, cause my brothers keep me. Get this bread up, I'm tired of fucking with this broke shit. Want to cop a key and start fucking with this coke shit. Take a flight with the ghost running around in Flatbush. Young niggas really stayed alive, you know what that took? Nigga, probably not.